That's a really bizarre thing to see.
It seems that their enemies are as confused as we are. They do not shoot any of the combatants and instead close in the distance. What is even going on here? They do not attack, but just stand really close to Gloria and her companion, and they totally ignore the Cavalier.
It's probably because he is protected from the undead, and it seems that the enemies are in fact undead.
This is actually a genius move from Team Gloria. Mind-boggling tactic, but it works like a charm, as Ultimate Good chips away at their enemies.
I think that this can be a really long evening.
It looks like they know where they are, but they just can't attack them. Team Gloria bet it all on one trick and it slowly but surely pays off. As the Cavalier swings at the archers, he misses more than he hits, but once in a while he lands the damage.
One eternity later.
It looks like they are some sort of vampires, as they morph into clouds of gas after they are dispatched.
Now Team Gloria runs into a problem, as Ultimate Good sword is no ineffective against the shadows.
Now they really wish that they had bought him a +1 sword.
It looks like Gloria goes for some kind of maneuver, as she outspeeds the shadows thanks to her increased movement speed, and there she goes. She emerges from the shadows and lands magic damage on one of the creatures. It looks like Unk steps out of the hiding to help, as she casts magic stone from all the spells. Oh no, what's that? Apparently there was a trap planted in the arena that launched grease towards Gloria. It kinda backfires, as it slows the shadows more than it does Gloria. Actually, Gloria is unaffected by the trap. Magic missile from Gloria and it's down to one normal weapon resistant shadow. Another magic missile from Gloria wears down the shadow. Ultimate Good steps up in effort to divert the shadow, and buy her some time. Gloria goes for the +1 darts, but they go down in numbers really fast. She realizes it, and builds more distance to cast another spell, this time the Scorcher. And so, the last shadow is no more, and it's a flawless victory for Gloria and her two companions.
I didn't think you'd sidestep all those traps I instructed them to set up. You should be a pile of constituent body parts right now. Bah! Take your reward and choke on it!
Hurry up, if you insist.
That was the most tense experience I ever had. It was unbelievable. And utterly cheesy.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do what you gotta do. To make this day even better, later that night I have finally managed to learn the greatest spell in the world. I don't think I will get any sleep tonight. After witnessing the display of my leadership and our collective dumb courage, Ellie approached me together with banter. She told me she was sorry about declining my offer, but at the time she was not in the mood to talk about cloak and dagger stuff. To amend her mistake, she convinced Banter to join me as my personal assassins, but that's only if I wanted them to. Out of pure pride, I felt an urge to decline. But then the practical part of my brain instructed my mouth to accept their offering. And just like that, the three of us became BFF. Everyone was amazed that this plan went through. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's about time to admit that there is something unusual about Mortigan. He is a kind of rough diamond.
A diamond in the rough.
It's interesting that diamonds are pretty much metamorphosed coal, and coal is what makes things burn both easier and longer. And it's true. When the two of us talk about simple stuff, there is something that sparks within me. We celebrated our victory. It seems that we had what you could describe as good fun, until Unji got hold of a potion of intelligence. Luckily, she drank just a couple of drops, but she managed to tell me that I'd make a tasty steak. I did not have any fireballs left to cast today. In the morning I went to visit my dear friend Glurak, but once again I met our rivals.
Well done! You have proven to be a most effective leader, especially considering what you have to work with.
They cannot hold a candle to you, incomparable Thespia.
Silence your toady, Thespia! His mewling sickens me. Say the word, Thespia, and I'll snap Treacle's neck for you.
Yeah, perhaps you'd prefer I make this ingratiating smile, like permanent and much wider.
Silence, all of you. The enemy is watching. Give them nothing.
As Beloth grows more desperate to stem the tide of your rising popularity, he will resort to an overwhelming onslaught of endless foes. You must cut off their reinforcements, lest you drown beneath their endless waves.
The advice he gave was very concerning. Sure thing we defeated those abominations last time, but I just don't get it. All of those items at the vendors are so damn expensive. In fact, our finances look worse with every fight, as we buy things we need just to get through. It's not like we have enough cash to pimp ourselves out to fight to our best ability. Those are not landslide victories in slightest, because even if we slay in the arena, afterwards the financing side of this endeavor sets us up for failure. And then, I came up with my own brilliant idea.
Right.
Ah, you have returned! Unfinished business, hmm? With which fight will you next astonish my attentive audience?